Once upon a time in a forest, there lived a little squirrel. He was very hardworking, and he spent all his days collecting nuts and berries and hiding them in his burrow. But no matter how many berries or nuts he collected, he was never satisfied. From that day on, the bird would bring the squirrel shiny pebbles as a gift, because it was grateful for his help. And whenever he found a particularly nice pebble, he would take it back to his burrow and add it to his collection. One day, he saw a bird that had fallen out of its nest and was lying on the ground, too weak to fly back up. The squirrel hesitated. He wanted to help the bird, but he also needed those nuts and berries for himself. And he looked at all his collected pebbles and thought they weren't really his, because the bird had brought them to him. He collected nuts and berries and shared them with the other animals in the forest. And he was happy because that's when he felt truly rich. It was the feeling of true happiness and richness. He realized that the best things in life weren't things at all, but the joy of helping others and the connections he made with them. And so he took all the pebbles to the river and threw them in, because he had a friend in the bird, and he also had all these beautiful pebbles that he had collected. But then one day, the bird flew away. It had flown to a faraway land where the sun always shone, and the trees were laden with delicious fruit. But then he thought, maybe I can share some of my food with the bird. So he went back to his burrow and brought out some of his nuts and berries and put them beside the bird. The bird chirped and pecked at the nuts and berries, and after a while, it gained enough strength to fly back to its nest. Every day, the squirrel would go out to collect nuts and berries, and he would always look for the bird and see if it needed any more help. Now, this went on for quite a while, and the squirrel was happy and the squirrel was sad because he didn't have anyone to play with anymore. But as the pebbles sank into the water, the squirrel felt a strange feeling inside him, a feeling he had never felt before. And from that day on, the squirrel lived a simple life.